there, guys. Sorry about the shaky camera thing, but it should go away here in a second. So anyway, today, let's draw a pattern for a Kimber Micro 380. This is going to be a pocket holster. So this is how you would go about drawing a pattern to make your own holster for, say, a Kimber Micro 380. So I always use these folders here. These are like regular file folders. They work good because they're sturdy, so it makes it easier to trace onto the leather. So that's how you start. You take your dummy gun, or if you're using your own gun, make sure at least 10 times that it's unloaded, because you know how many people get shot by unloaded guns every year, and this is going to be pointing at you. So if you have to use your gun, make sure you unload it. Otherwise you get molds. We're not getting into that right now. Anyway, make sure your gun's unloaded. Put a trace. And you come out with this. Make sure you mark where the magazine release is too, because you don't want that to cover. So I've already traced this out in order to save time. Next thing on your list, you're going to, the way I make them, you're going to go half the width of the slide. So I've already measured this out, and then half of it's going to be 3/8. So we shall put a little mark like so. All the way down. Follow the whole outline of the gun. And then do the same thing on the other side as well. I always eyeball it. It's never the same. It's probably going to be about 3/8, 1/4 inch, somewhere around there. I leave at the bottom to protect the muzzle. And then this one, it's going to be like a fold over style, so make sure that's good and straight. Draw that line there. Don't worry about that guy. Little guy, don't worry about him. He doesn't matter anyway. So we have the bottom of the holster established. We got the fold line established. And let's see here. We have the stitch line established too. This holster, we're going to have a little hook on it. So I don't know if you can see. I've already started doing a few designs here. This is how I usually do them. I'll go up and around that magazine release. Right here, you got to make sure you got room for your finger, so I always stick my finger there to make sure, because you know you're going to want to be able to grab it out of the holster. So there's room for the finger. I'm going to put a little hook on this one here. Looks kind of like a wave. All right. Then you need to connect the top to the bottom here. However you so desire, you could use as little or as much as you want. I'll go about here. I see, I like that. That looks really good, actually. And then you got your little hook there. Kind of help catch on your pocket. So with this extra space here, what it'll ultimately be when you stitch is the stitch line's going to come out and around like this. Boom. And then this is going to fold over here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pause real quick, and I'm going to cut this half out. It's going to look something like this. Now that you have it cut out, you go like this, and you fold it over here. Alright, so you fold it at the line right there, and what you're going to do is trace around here, and you got a mirror image, and we're going to cut that out next. Just like that, we have got a pattern cut out. So you got 2 equal sides. What's going to be is the gun sits in there like so, and you just want to adjust it and make sure, like things like the magazine release is not covered. and that you got room down here at the bottom, and that everything fits. Now you're going to look at this and say, man, that's, you got a lot of room there, and you got a lot of room here, but no worries, because not only is the leather thicker, so it's going to take up room, but also, like especially right here, you have a sight channel. It's not as wide as the gun, so you're going to want that little opening there so the sights don't drag when it's trying to come out, especially on a pocket holster. You want it to have the least bit of resistance as possible. So don't worry if you build this pattern this way. Nowadays I'm using like 8 to 10 ounce leather. Before I was using 7 to 8, and I haven't had a problem yet using this method with regular semi-automatic. Revolvers and stuff are a little funky. That's definitely a trial and error thing, but I'll do a video on that one day too. But anyway, so yeah, that's the basic pattern there. You could transfer this to leather and be good to go, or what I do is I use a reinforcement in the mouth just so it kind of helps hold it open a little bit, and it protects that trigger a little bit more, especially with it being in your pocket. So what I do is I'm just going to it's just going to be a simple reinforcement piece that goes, I basically guide it to go over the trigger to give an extra layer of thickness. Even though I don't use soft leather, because that's not good leather for holsters, I still want to make sure once it breaks in, it will loosen up a little bit. Anyway, so this will about be like what it is, like this. So let's see here. Got a little extra tail. We don't need that. This would be the reinforcement piece. And to get your extra piece from before, you could retrace all this, cut it out if you want. I've discovered if you take a pin, just take a big pin and do this part first. Like so. And then just press down and go over it hard. And it puts an impression in the folder where you need to trace. I know you guys can't see it on camera, but it is there. Ta-da! Don't forget to label. What these pieces are for, because you start getting a bunch of them, you're not going to have any idea what's what. And there you go. You have a pattern cut out. Next step would be transferring it to leather. So stay tuned. We'll go there next. Thanks for watching. If you guys would love to subscribe, I would be forever grateful. And you can check out my website, mstoutdoors.com, if you would just rather me make you a holster instead of learn how to make one yourself. Thanks for watching.